Hello everyone, hope things are going great for you. Today I am going to talk to you about a laptop that was 50 years back, typewriter. Okay, this is the model which senior executives used to carry with them when they go out 50 years back for their work. This is similar to the laptop of the present day. See, this laptop, I got it from my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law was a senior executive in railway. So he used to go often to Nigeria on work. So on his visits to Nigeria and India, he used to go via London. So one of his London visits, he purchased this. This is around 1980, 80. It is till that time he was using very profusely. So all in those days, all the correspondence is through letters. That is cards, inland covers, then regular covers and all that. So all that correspondence he used to do only on this typewriter. Actually, when my active service, I grew up in secretary culture. That is in our company. Most of the companies, the senior executives used to get a secretary. And her job is mostly to take notes from us, type out the letters, and she used to take in shorthand. There used to be a shorthand book with a sharpened pencil. She used to take dictation from us. She used to take in shorthands. Then she will type it on the typewriter, and will bring it back to us for signature, will sign, and it will go on regular mail. It is interesting to reflect on certain things regarding typewriter. This is a mechanical machine. Once you type it, there is an impression on the paper. And of course, once the word is there, suppose there is a spelling mistake, there is no way of correcting it. You can't go back and correct it. There is nothing like that. So there used to be a kind of a typewriter eraser. It should be round, kind of a thing. We used to do with the rain paper. But further the paper should be strong and good. Suppose the paper is not good, then the eraser, the paper itself will get torn. So there used to be a kind of a white fluid, So if there is a mistake, so in that particular letter there is to apply some white fluid, insert again in the typewriter and type the correct word, correct letter. So it's a very elaborate process. In those days they used to undergo. Nowadays with computer everything is simple. And see, initially when the typewriters came, they used to be very big, very huge. And we have to apply a lot of pressure to type a particular letter on that. Now slowly what happened is then they became compact, and at a later stage we got electric typewriters. That is, they used to plug into that, and the mechanical part is reduced a bit, and then some electrical movements used to be there. So typing it became easy. The rotation of these it would become easy. So we used to get later electronic typewriters. That is electronic come mechanical type. So later the size has come down. The ease and comfort of typing has increased. So a lot of improvements taking place, and this is a latest model. Latest model means 1980 model, where everything is very comfortable, very easy. You do not have to stress, strain. You can nicely do your work, and you carry wherever you go along. See, nowadays I don't think you see typewriters anywhere, but in the old movies you must have seen. Whenever the office scene is shown, people will sit with the typewriters and all that. When the boss is shown, he is shown with the secretary typing letters on the typewriter. This wonderful typewriter in olden days used to create a lot of jobs. So there used to be institutes, typewriting institutes, who will teach typewriting for those who want to be a typist and take that as a career. In any office you go, the majority used to be typewriters. Then the job is called typist. Of course, the next higher level is secretary. Secretary will know both shorthand and typing both. But there used to be pure typists also. Somebody will take something written in hand, they will type it and give it back. So this used to create a lot of jobs earlier. The typewriting institutes, they train for two grades. That is, there should be kind of typewriting lawyer. Typewriting lawyer means minimum you have to, as a pass mark, like what we have in exams. Used to be minimum maybe 60 to 70 words per minute. Then that is, he is qualified for a lower typewriting. If you have to do higher typewriting certification, then maybe you have to be 80 to 90 words per minute. So there used to be grades. So whenever there is an advertisement for recruitment in any government office or in the private office, they used to write, we need a typist lower grade or typist higher grade, or we need a secretary. The secretary includes both typewriting and shorthanding. So this typewriter, which looks so teeny and create a lot of jobs in olden days. But of course, after the computer and all that, all these gone away. And the computer could not create as many jobs as typewriter did, because people, the computer, they themselves started operating. So you don't require a separate computer operator for you as an assistant. But in those days, typewriting is a specialized thing. You can't type it. So there should be a specialized job. So that's why after computer has come, there are a lot of jobs related to typewriting have gone. For the benefit of those who have not seen a typewriter in action, I would like to give a small demo here. Okay. Before starting the typing machine, we have to insert paper. See, there is a slot for inserting the paper. We put it into the slot and rotate the cylinder. Now you see the paper has come out for typing. So when we actually start typing, you have to be familiar with the keyboard. Whatever the alphabet you want to type first, you have to press that particular alphabet. So the striker, when you press the alphabet, the related striker will go and hit the paper. At the head of the striker, the alphabet is there. Normally these alphabets are made with lead. So it can, the lead has certain weight and it can also bear wear and tear. So when the striker hit the paper, the alphabet makes an impression there. Whenever you type a particular alphabet, the cylinder moves to the left, creating a space for the next alphabet. It automatically moves. It is a mechanical device. But once you come to the end of the paper, unlike a computer, it won't go to the next line automatically. What you have to do is you have to take this lever and bring it back to this position. Okay. So when it comes, automatically it will get into the your second line. So you can start using your second line. When again you can use it to type. You can again type it again. So if by mistake if you type 2, it will get jammed there, because 2 strikers will go and type at the same place, So then there will jam. There will be a jam. So you should make it very clear. At a time you will type only one particular one striker only. So in case you require a copy of the letter, naturally you need 2 letters. So you have to insert 2 papers. Okay. So let us insert these 2 papers. Okay. So then, because you need a copy, there should be you should put in between these 2 papers the carbon paper. The carbon paper will take the impression on the second one. Okay. So then you can rotate, take the paper forward, then type out your message. So automatically you will get in 2 copies. So if you want 3 copies, 4 copies, you can keep on adding papers and in between carbon paper. Of course, it can take maximum, to my experience, 4 copies up to that. More than 4 copies it won't take. As I told you earlier, once the cylinder comes to the extreme, that means you have finished the line. And along with that, you will also get a kind of a ting sound. This beautiful portable typewriter is made in Japan by a company called Velco. And this typewriter comes with a nice cover where you can carry. This is the cover. So you can put across like this. Okay, it comes like that. Then we can carry it nicely. So when a particular alphabet is struck, the striker will go and first hit the ribbon. So the ribbon has an ink. The ribbons come in different colors also. It will come black, blue, red. So depending on the ink, the striker containing the letter alphabet, it will go and strike the ribbon, and the ribbon will go and strike the paper. So that's how the alphabet impression is made on the paper. And there is also a provision in this typewriter to make some columns, or a particular structure is the information you want to provide in a particular structure. You can make columns and also. And you see the scale here. You can adjust according to the scale, and there is also scale here. Okay. And there is a mechanism where if you type out, then it will come in a particular spacing. You can adjust the spacing. Today's modern young generation, like school-going children and the college students, for them it is very easy now to communicate and send messages or letters. But now what they have to do is take out their smartphones, open the screen, type out the message, press a button, it's gone. But in this comfort lies a typewriter which has come from the last 150 years. You should appreciate for the modern technology you have on your smartphones is derived actually from the old technologies like these typewriters. You see, and even now the keyboard is same. The only thing is this is mechanical, and what we have now is completely smartphones have an electronic. You see, the same thing. So the present generation should be very thankful for the greatest technology developed in the form of typewriters earlier. Okay. With the modern gadgets like desktop computers, laptops, and your smartphones, the typewriter now became obsolete. The technology is very old. Nobody is using now the typewriters. So they are not to be seen also nowadays. So this become kind of a now anti-collector's item. I am really happy I got a beautiful typewriter like this. Now this is my prized possession now. I am really happy to have it with me. Thanks for watching the video on this beautiful antique portable typewriter. If you have experiences on using a typewriter, please do share with me. Thanks for watching. Namaste.